Drives in, now going to back it back out, guarded by Sydney Williams. And what do you think Coach Hartbarger talked about in that locker room as Barry drives in and loses that out of bounds, Tony?
He probably talked about getting the ball inside to Williams or Drake. And right now, the Lady Blue Devils, they actually came out in a zone. So he wants them to probably get good shots, and they've only turned it over 7 times in that first half. So it was actually well under where they normally are.
Kanan Drake over to Michaela Brewer, and Brewer got the bucket to go. And that ties this game at 15. Fans underneath. Michelle Lopez will get the bucket to go off the glass. Lopez gets into the scoring column. It's now a 2-point advantage for the Brevard Lady Blue Devils at 17-15. Up high with it now, Kanan Drake over to Sierra Wade. Wade finds Nevaeh Tran. Jacks a 3, wouldn't fall. Rebound off to Cassidy Callie, and the Lady Blue Devils bring it down court. 6:48 to go in the third quarter. Lopez feeds out for a 3. Off the mark, no good. Cassidy Callie, and the rebound is kicked off of a Lady Panther, so Brevard will reset underneath their own basket with 6:36 to go in the third. 17-15, Lady Blue Devil advantage. Tristan Berry up high. He's going to drift left side. Berry spins, drives in, free throw line jumper, no. Tip up and good. Hannah Cade. Oh, I've been told now we are on YouTube now.
There you go. That's the best offense against the zone, is to beat the defense down before they can set up and just get a layup. And that's what Sierra Wade did just there.
19-17, just a 2-point lead for Brevard. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4-point lead for Brevard for a long time. If you just joined us, Michelle Lopez in the corner, going to be harassed. She gets a pass that's knocked away, but she picks it back up. Michaela Brewer continues to harass. Pass up top is going to be knocked away, and it's off of a Lady Panther. So Brevard will reset side court. And it goes now Tristan Berry in the backcourt into the front court. Center jump circle. Berry side to side with a dribble. Guarded by Kanan Drake. Now she's going to stop and pop beyond the arc and hit once again. Tristan Berry nails a 3-point bucket. 21-17 Brevard advantage with 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Kanan Drake tries to answer with a 3. It wouldn't fall. Long board out of bounds. Last touch by Lady Blue Devil.
See, they need to just work it just a little bit more, because it's a 5-point game, so they don't have to rush anything.
Nevaeh Tran looks to trigger. She gets it in to Sierra Wade. Wade to Drake, now left wing. Kayla Brewer, she's going to tiptoe that baseline. Goes up, can't get the bucket. Rebound picked up by the Brevard Lady Blue Devils. 22-17. Blue Devil advantage. Wild shot underneath by the Lady Blue Devils. They couldn't convert. Defensive board. Panthers off to the races. Sierra Wade just inside the arc. Gives it up. Nevaeh Tran, free throw line jumper. No. Rebound Sydney Williams. She goes up, can't get it to go. Another offensive board. And the second shot follows and is in. 22-19. Brevard by 3 with 4 minutes and 36 seconds to go third quarter. Tristan Berry with it, side to side with a dribble. Dishes one over to Michelle Lopez, who could not secure it. It's off of her hands. Brevard turns it over. Lady Panthers have an opportunity to cut into the lead or to tie it up with a 3-point bucket. 4:27 to go third quarter.
And that was actually only their first turnover of the game. So they've actually been playing a very clean game, and I think that's why the score has been like this.
Brewer with it. Swings it up top. Kanan Drake over it goes. Nevaeh Tran on the dribble. Tran drives in and then turns it over. And then she picks the pocket of Cassidy Callie, and then they're going to say she went over and back.
Yes.
Seen a lot of those in the girls' games this year, Tony.
Yeah.
If that's a point of emphasis or not. 4:05 to go in the third. Or maybe we're just
it just
apt
happens.
to
yeah, it just
go
happens
over
a
and
lot.
back.
Yeah.
And a Cade with it up top. Lady Blue Devils with the basketball and that three-point advantage. Tristan Berry backs it out. She's guarded by Kanan Drake. Off a ball screen. Tristan drifts left side, spins towards the free throw line. Jumper, got it. She's
Nice
a
move.
player.
Nice move.
24-19. Brevard by 5 with 3:30 to go third quarter. It's been this way throughout the evening, fans. If you just joined us, very close nip and tuck game, but Franklin has only had the lead once. Sydney Williams underneath off the glass, good. And we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 3:19 to go third quarter, 24-21, three-point advantage Brevard. We'll take a break. Hang with us across the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price, on lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way.
And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin.
Welcome back to the Panther Den. George Young alongside Tony Christie. Out of the timeout. Brevard will have it. As Coach Hardbarger wanted to talk things over. Cutting into the lead, but it just seems like they cannot get over that hump, Tony.
Yes, every time that the Lady Panthers, start a run or make a shot, the Lady Blue Devils come down and make a shot as well. So you can't really trade baskets. You're gonna have to get stops.
Very low scoring game at 24-21 with 2:55 to go third quarter. Emma Berry with it. Fonz Lopez up top, then she's going to swing a pass underneath. That's stolen away briefly, picked back up by Lopez. Lady Blue Devils can convert. Lopez shot no good. And the rebound, we've got a foul coming up on the Lady Blue Devils. That one's going to go against Lopez. That'll be her first. And the team's first, and we've got a whistle and another timeout on the floor. This one's going to be called by the Lady Blue Devils.
Full timeout.
And Chad Owenby. He wants to talk it over. We'll take another break. Hang with us across the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
The WNC Sports Zone is your official headquarters for everything Franklin Panthers. From pullovers to shirts and hats, you'll find it all at Sports Zone. From college to the pros, they've got a large selection of hoodies and sweatshirts at Sports Zone. And they can handle all of your screen printing, engraving, and embroidery. The WNC Sports Zone, located in the Franklin Plaza Shopping Center. Open 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
.243 to go here in the third quarter. 24-21. Franklin is trailing by 3. A full timeout by the Lady Blue Devils. Chad Owenby. And, well, Tony, it's been a very low-scoring game, meaning possessions in this game are magnified.
Yes, they have. And when they are, you have to make sure you run your offense. Right now, what you're going to see is you should see them take, pass it a couple times and move. Not that many dribbles. When they're playing against the zone, dribbling is like the worst. It's actually a killer, because what's going to happen is everyone can just shift over and protect the basket. But if you pass the ball, move it around like they're doing right now, they should be able to get a good open shot.
Brewer into the corner. Wade feeding Sydney Williams underneath. Knocked away briefly. Picked back up at the Lady Panthers. Over goes Michaela Brewer. Right side jumper wouldn't fall. And the rebound is off of the Lady Blue Devil. 2:07 to go third quarter. 24-21. 3-point advantage for the Lady Blue Devils of Brevard. Here at the Panther Den tonight. Glad that you're with us. Wherever you're listening or watching, we're on YouTube and Facebook Live tonight. Finally, took a while. Some issues early on. Also on WFSC, a mega cast is Nevaeh Tran Well, dribble in, lose control of it. It's out of
Yes.
bounds. Another turnover.
And that's what I was talking about. When you're against a zone, you don't want to dribble the ball. It's like just pass it, and just make them work because they're not playing man. They don't actually have to work. You can actually rest on defense if you're playing in a zone if they're dribbling. So make sure, and they need to make sure that they're just swinging the ball around and getting open shots.
Deep three, Hannah Cave, no. And long board is off to the races with Sierra Wade and the Lady Panthers. Coast to coast, Wade shot partially blocked. Rebound Tristan Berry, and a foul in the backcourt. Looks like that one's going to go against Nevaeh Tran. It's the first whistled on the Panthers. Her third, though, in this ball game. Minute 32 to go here in the third. And again, 24-21, the advantage for Brevard. Very low scoring ball game. Michelle Lopez over to Berry. Three up and good. My goodness, that's Emma Berry with the three. Left side, 27-21. A 6-point advantage. Franklin going through a little bit of a drought here as Kanan Drake's jumper free throw line will go. As I say that, Kanan will break that drought. 60 seconds left, third quarter. 27-23, Brevard. Berry thought about a deep three, now going to give it up. Cassidy Callie's three wouldn't fall. Rebound Franklin. 47 seconds to go. Sierra Wade left wing three. Off the mark, no good. Rebound Brevard. Michelle Lopez into the front court. Off it goes to Berry. Tristan Berry,
wow.
A deep three. My God. Again, that was at the volleyball line.
Yes.
On the floor here. If you're watching on YouTube and Facebook, you can see what we're talking about. My goodness. And she's done that a couple of times already tonight. Who just joined us. Pass is knocked away, and they'll say last touched by Lady Panther. So it's back to the Brevard Blue Devils with 19 seconds left in the third quarter. 30-23 after that 3-point bucket. Lady Blue Devils on top by 7. And we've got a bunch of substitutions for Scott Hartbarger for the final 19 seconds here in this third quarter. Brevard has it with Tristan Berry. They bring it up, kick it to Cade. Cade over to Berry into the corner. Now they're going to feed Cade cutting to the hole, and she's going to be fouled by Kanan Drake. She blocked that shot, got her with the body. Second on the Panthers here in this second half.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that's the worst call I've seen, but that's pretty bad right there because her hands were straight up and they had to be straight up because the ball went straight into them.
Shots at the free throw line for Hannah Cade. First one's up and good. 31-23 now. Lady Blue Devils. Second shot. Rolls in good. 9-point advantage.
Yeah.
Their biggest lead of the night. 6 seconds left. Dylan Garcia in the paint. Tie up. Possession arrow is going to stay with Franklin with 3 seconds left in the third quarter.
And Dylan Garcia, she brings a lot of energy, but she has to learn to make sure she stays in control.
Actually going to call a foul, Tony.
Oh.
Inbound it goes, Kanan Drake. Free throw line, it rims out with the jumper, and that's going to do it. Third quarter in the books. 8 minutes left in this one. 32-23, 9-point lead for the Lady Blue Devils. We'll take a break. Hang with us across the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Welcome back to the Panther Den. George Young along with Tony Christie. We've got 8 minutes left, and it was nip and tuck there in that first, second, and really first part of the third quarter, Tony, but all of a sudden Brevard's lead has ballooned to 9.
Yes, and that's actually just the new way to play basketball, and people are actually learning that if you shoot a lot of 3-pointers, the percentage is way better than just going and shooting 2-pointers. And that's what they've done right now. They're just taking the percentages, playing the percentage and shooting deep threes, because most kids, they're not going to guard someone way out there because they're like, oh, they can't make it, so they don't think anybody else can. And that's what's happening. Now they're making them.
Underway, fourth quarter. Sierra Wade with it briefly. Up top, she'll find Nevaeh Tran. She holds it high. Swings it over. Right side, Kanan Drake back. Nevaeh Tran. Free throw line now. Michaela Brewer out. Kanan. Drake drives in. Baseline jumper. Gets the roll. 32-25. Brevard with the advantage. And now we've got a whistle and a foul in the backcourt going against Sierra Wade. That's going to be the third whistled on Franklin this half. And Wade's first on that Tassinger's Four Coverings Carpet One scoreboard. 32-25. Lady Blue Devils here the fourth. Franklin has some work to do. Berry with it. Finds Cabe up high. She dribbles inside the arc briefly, then back out. Being harassed by Sydney Williams, and now they're going to whistle a reach-in foul on Sydney. It's going to be her second and the fourth on Franklin this half. Side court, no shots. Cabe with it, right side. Finds Berry, holds it high. Berry on the dribble. Top of the key, bounce pass over to Tristan Berry. She backs it out, now swings a pass to a cutting Cabe underneath, lifts the shot, can't get it to go, but she was fouled. That was going to be whistled on Michaela Brewer. That'll be her first and the team's fifth. And we've got some free throw shots now.
And even though it's 7 minutes left, it looked like Brevard they're actually working the ball. And the Lady Panthers are actually playing a man-to-man now. So what they're doing is it's kind of like a four-corner stall, but they're just not out in the four corners, but they're just trying to run the clock, just run some time off.
First shot was no good. One more for Cave. And she got the roll. 33-25, Brevard. 6:57 to go, fourth quarter. Brewer with it, swings it into the corner. Nevaeh Tran. Tran on the dribble, finds Kanan Drake high. Into the corner, Wade, right wing three. No good. Rebound, picked up Nevaeh Tran. Then she heaves one up that's well off the mark, no good. And Brevard with a board, and off to the races goes Cave. Cave going to be trapped in the corner. Got to find Tristan. Tristan drives in, over to Cave. Cave baseline jumper off the glass, good as she cut to the hole and laid it up. And all of a sudden, a 10-point lead for Brevard, their biggest of the night. Michaela Brewer with it up top, over it goes Nevaeh Tran, drives into the paint, gets bumped as she attempted a shot. She was fouled and will be at the free throw line. Shot was no good. Just going to be the second whistle. Check that, the third whistle on Brevard. And that one's going to go against Tristan Berry, her third. At the line, Nevaeh Tran. First shot by Tran is up, and it's good.
See if Coach Hartbarger calls that timeout like he does sometimes after a free throw and sets him up in the press.
6:14 to go, fourth quarter. 35-26, Brevard. Second shot. Tran can't hit. Rebound. Tie up. Possession arrow is with Brevard. Doesn't appear he will take that timeout, Tony.
But he still put him in the press, though.
Pretty much like a timeout.
Yes.
You get to set your defense and get into that press.
There you go.
Pass going to be stolen away. Tristan Berry's pass errant. Picked up Sierra Wade. She goes up. No. And on the rebound, Nevaeh Tran secures at the offensive board in another tie-up. And this one's going to stay with Franklin. Tran to get it in. Bounce pass underneath to Brewer. Fights up and gets the bucket to go.
See if they can get another steal right here.
Again, full court press. They'll break it. Cave into the front court. Lady Blue Devils now back it out. Giving it up. Tristan Berry spinning, free throw line, driving in and kicking it back out. Eccleston had it briefly. Gives it up to Lopez. Lopez on the dribble finds Berry. Side to side up top. Tristan holds it high. Swings it over to Emma Berry. 5:30 to go, fourth quarter. 35-28.
Wow.
Deep three off the mark, no good by Tristan Berry. And Franklin grabs the defensive board off to Nevaeh Tran. Tran into the front court now. Sydney Williams spinning in the paint. Tie up, possession arrow, they're going to say, is with Brevard. 5:17 to go in the fourth. 35-28. Brevard with the advantage. Franklin held the lead briefly in the first half, but since then it's been Brevard holding a slim lead until this fourth quarter, late third into the fourth quarter. Reagan Eggleston drives in and gets fouled as she was attempting a wild shot, and that's going to send her to the line for a couple of free throw shots. Reagan Eggleston at the Franklin Office Supply free throw line. Foul is whistled on Williams, her third, sixth on the Panthers. First shot is up and good. 36-28 now, Brevard. Fans coming up. Near to 8 o'clock, we'll have the boys varsity. That should be a good one. Right here on the Franklin Panther Sports Network on the MegaCast tonight. Free throw shot is good. Reagan Eggleston hits, makes it a 37-28 advantage. 9-point lead. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one. Hang with us across the Franklin Panther Sports Network. We got 5:08 to go in the fourth quarter. 37-28. Brevard by 9. Franklin has it out of the timeout. That was called by Brevard. They wanted to talk things over. Wade with it, finds Kanan Drake up top. She's going to dribble between the circles and kick it over. Candace Parker feeds Brewer. Now Nevaeh Tran finds a little bit of a seam, just left at the elbow. Her shot wouldn't fall, the jumper, and on the board it's kicked around and off of a Lady Panther. Subs coming in for Coach Chad Owenby. It looks like Cassidy Callie back into the game as Reagan Eggleston takes a seat. Full court press for Coach Scott Hartbarger. Cade with it, gets it knocked away, picked up by Nevaeh Tran. Then she gets her shot blocked out of bounds by Tristan Berry. Franklin resets underneath her own basket with 4:36 to go in the fourth quarter. Trailing 37-28. Kanan Drake with it. Over it goes Nevaeh Tran. She dribbles. Up top. Trouble. Contact. We've got a whistle and a foul on Emma Berry, it appears.
Right now, there's against this zone, there's a little bit too much dribbling. They could pass it like they were doing earlier. That's how they were scoring. They were passing the ball, making the move, quick passes, and if you do that, people are going to be out of position.
Candace Parker, jumper, wouldn't fall, left side, board off to the Lady Blue Devils. Neither team has let it up from the floor tonight.
And the Lady Blue Devils, they're definitely going to run the clock.
Down to 4:09 to go fourth quarter. Tristan Berry with it. Yeah, nursing a 9-point advantage.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like a 20-point lead in this game.
Yes, it is.
Pass is knocked away by Sydney Williams as they try to feed Michelle Lopez on that right low block. 4:01 to go fourth quarter. Brevard resets, and it goes to Emma Berry. Out to Cassidy Callie. Callie on the dribble. Finds Cade. Cade into the corner. Right side Lopez. She's harassed Sydney Williams. And they're going to whistle Williams with a foul. That'll be her fourth. And the seventh whistled against Franklin. So 1-1 coming up for Michelle Lopez. Some subs coming in. Looks like Williams going to take a seat for Hartbarger. And checking in Brooke Rogers. Also, Nevaeh Tran going to take a seat, and Kendall Burns checks in with 3:49 to go fourth quarter. 1-1 for Michelle Lopez. Dribbles, shoots, can't hit. Rebound off to Candace Parker. Franklin attacks up to Burns into the front court. 3:43 to go fourth quarter. Parker thought about a three top of the key, drove in, kicked it out. Burns drives in now, and she's going to get fouled. Kendall Burns will be at the line to shoot a couple. Foul going against Tristan Berry, her 4th. And the 5th on Brevard is at the line, Kendall Burns. First shot off the mark, no good. She'll get one more.
And it looks like Coach Hartbarger, he's resting the starters for maybe a lot of the starters, actually all the starters for he wants this last 4 minutes so they can press and possibly cut this lead.
Second shot good, 37-29. Brevard with a basketball into the front court. Tristan Berry over to her sister Emma. Now to Lopez, top of the key. She's going to jack a 3, wouldn't fall. Rebound picked up by Kendall Burns, quickly down court. Burns off to Parker, now to Dylan Garcia, baseline jumper. Garcia can't get it to go. Skying for the board is Parker. Out it goes Sierra Wade for 3, and she got it. Wade nails the 3, and a quick timeout called by Coach Scott Hartbarger. 37-32, 3:10 to go in the 4th quarter. We've got a full one. Brought to you by LifeSpring Community Church. Back after this, hang with us across the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. Back here at the Panther Den. 3:10 to go in the 4th quarter. Out of the timeout, Coach Hartbarger called it. Got some momentum going here, Tom.
Yes. And what he just wanted to make sure that they understood where they're supposed to be on this press right here, and what they want to do, possibly if they get a steal or something of that nature, and come down and cut into this lead. It's only a 5-point game, but in this type of game, 5 points is probably 10.
Brevard has it. They've got to get it up court, though. That pressure in the backcourt. It looks like Tristan Berry has no trouble. She's going to dribble up and into the front court, give it up to Emma Berry. 3 minutes remaining. Off to Tristan. Side to side with the dribble. I'm sure they're going to just try to keep it outside and drain as much clock as they can, Tony.
Yes, and I think that's why Coach Hartbarger only has one starter in right now. He's kind of resting them for a big push, hopefully.
Cassidy Callie with it. Again, they're just throwing it around.
Oh, yeah, you can do this all game. No shot clock.
Emma Berry. I've never gotten your opinion on a shot clock in high school ball. We'll do that at some point this season.
Yes.
2:12 to go. Make that 2:27 to go. 4th quarter.
I'm all for it.
Up top, Tristan Berry, and we've got a whistle and a foul. That was pretty quick. Not an elaborate explanation.
There shouldn't be too many changes at the different levels, because you know the next level from this is college, and they use, in a lot of states they use high school. In high school they use shot clock, so I think they should have it.
Tristan Berry at the line. First shot, no good. It was a 1-and-1. Rebound by Dylan Garcia, and then I thought she was going to throw it away. They'll say last touched by Cassidy Callie and the Lady Blue Devils. We've got a whistle, and looks like another timeout is going to be called. That was the 18th foul whistled on Franklin, the 2nd on Kendall Burns. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one. Hang with us across the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Welcome back to the Den. As you can see on Facebook Live, YouTube Live tonight, packed house, student section, cheerleaders. More fans are making their way in as we inch closer and closer to 8 o'clock, meaning the boys varsity will be tipping off in mere moments. 2:16 to go in the girls varsity, though. unfinished business with the Lady Panthers trailing 37-32. It's still in reach, but you've got to hit some shots and preferably some threes here late.
Yes, because the lead actually isn't that much, but like how they've been playing this, now they're in a 3-2. So they're trying to protect against the three-point shot.
Brewer with it up top. Over it goes Nevaeh Tran. They know what the Panthers have to do. Drake, top of the key three. It's an air ball. Saved out of bounds by Williams, but into the hands of the Brevard Lady Blue Devils, and they've got a foul at this point. Cade with it into the front court. Tran, I believe, has 3 or 4. She doesn't want a foul. Tries to cause a turnover. It's out of bounds, but last touch by the Lady Panthers. 1:52 to go, and Franklin trails 37-32. Emma Berry just holds
Someone needs to get her. Oh.
Drake, I think she's playing with 3 or 4 fouls.
Yes. Someone definitely needs to foul.
Tran on Berry. 1:40 to go. Clock is rolling. Berry tried to be fouled by Wade. They didn't call it. Now double teamed in the corner. Still no foul. Feeding underneath. Cave off the glass. Good was Lopez. 39. Make that 40-32 here in the fourth quarter. Brevard, they take a point off the board. I thought I was right the first time. 39-32. 1:20 to go here in the fourth. Nevaeh Tran up high. Got to get some quick shots now.
Yes.
Wade over to Nevaeh. Tran on the dribble. Drives in. Lifts a running shot. And it won't fall. Long board. Sierra Wade. Panthers attack again. Tran with it out beyond the arc. 63 seconds left. Feeding underneath. Michaela Brewer had it briefly. I thought it was last touched by Brevard Lady Blue Devil, but evidently not. It is last touched by Franklin. Inbound pass going to be stolen away by Sydney Williams. Williams over to Kanan Drake. Drake thought about a three and put it on the floor. Into the corner now, right wing three. Air ball by Wade. Drake grabs the board off to Nevaeh Tran. Into the corner, Williams left wing three. Another air ball. And Brevard secures the board. 39-32 remains the score. Somebody's got a foul. And finally, Nevaeh Tran will foul Tristan Berry. That'll send her to the charity stripe. That's the 19th foul on Franklin. One and one for Tristan Berry. That's the 4th foul whistle on Nevaeh Tran. He'll stay out there with only 37 seconds left. She misses the front end. Panthers have a chance, and she did. Rebound is kicked out of bounds off of Cave to the Panthers. Franklin's got to get it up court. Got to get a quick shot here, Tony.
Yes, they have to get down, and not a lot of passing on this one. Just whoever gets it, shoot it.
And Nevaeh is going to drive into the paint, lift a shot, no. Rebound, offensive. Out it goes. Wade for 3. Got it. Sierra Wade nails the left wing 3 and cuts into that Blue Devil lead. It's now 39-35. We've got a timeout on the floor. Looks like it's going to be a full one. We'll take one with 23 seconds left. Hang with us across the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price, on a lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way.
And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin.
All right, welcome back to the Panther Den. 23 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. 39-35. Brevard with the lead. Just 4. You got a chance in this one, Tony. You're going to have to hope the Lady Blue Devils miss some free throw shots. Next foul's the 10th one, so double bonus the rest of the way.
Yes, and make sure you have to find the right person to foul too. So like Garcia, maybe she might be the right, whoever she's guarding, let him catch it and then foul.
Another whistle, and
timeout.
It looks like a timeout going to be called by Chad Owenby.
Yeah,
It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here.
And in that situation right there, they're in a man-to-man press right now, and it's a face guard, so it's hard for the Lady Blue Devils to get the ball in. The only problem is that there's someone on the ball, and when a team puts someone on the ball, that means no one's back. And as a coach, if you see that, you just, sitting one person long, just throw the ball. Because if you turn it over, it's going to be turned over in the backcourt. So hopefully that doesn't happen here, but it's a possibility it can happen.
Brevard will have to get it up court.
Yeah, someone's going to take off long.
I got to get a bounce pass in the backcourt to Cave, and then she is initially fouled after a couple of dribbles. Nevaeh Tran going to pick up her 5th. 10th team foul, double bonus for Cave. Hannah Cave will try to give the Lady Blue Devils a 6-point lead. 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter on this mega cast tonight. YouTube Live, Facebook Live.
And it's still not out of reach. It's still a 4-point game. It's a 2-possession, actually a 3-possession game now.
And she just hit that front end. We'll get one more here. Cave shoots, and it rims out.
Still a 2-possession game.
40-35, 5-point lead, 17 seconds left.
Whoa.
Driving to the hole, Garcia, floating jumper, good. Another timeout. Scott Hardbarger, he wants to talk it over, down to a 3-point advantage with 14 seconds left. It's a full timeout. We'll take one. Hang with us. A good one going in the girls' varsity. Back after this. Good one going here at the Den tonight. 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 40-37 after that Dylan Garcia bucket. 3-point advantage. So at this point, 1-possession game. Tony, what's Coach Hardbarger telling his girls?
Same thing, but foul earlier. Foul, but hopefully you go for the steal first. And if they run this play, hopefully goes long.
And Brevard gets it in bounds in the corner, and a quick foul after 2 seconds went off the clock. I think they're going to give that one to Kendall Burns, possibly. We'll see. A couple of Lady Panthers were in the area. Yes, he's going to go against Burns.
And right there in that situation, even if the time was where it was, if they didn't foul, they had it right in the corner. If they just trap, they can get it 5 seconds.
Eggleston at the free throw line. She hits the first. She'll get one more. Double bonus the rest of the way. 11th team foul for Franklin. 41-37. Blue Devil lead.
And right now they're in it's actually in high school because there is no shot clock and the clock runs. This is pretty much out of reach.
Second shot good. 42-37. Garcia, check that. Burns drives in, gets the bucket. 42-39. 3 seconds left. Inbound pass. Quick foul. More shots here for the Brevard Lady Blue Devils.
And the Lady Blue Devils, they actually made a mistake there because the clock doesn't stop. So after the ball is scored, you just take your time taking it out, and the game's over.
Yeah, you get 5 seconds.
You get 5 seconds
to get it in bounds.
Yeah. So by the time the girl got to take it out, it would have been 2 seconds, and then game over.
First shot is off the mark, no good. One more.
Get it down, get a 3. If she misses this one.
Second shot is up and good. And we've got a whistle and another timeout. This time Brevard wants to talk it over, and Chad Owenby, the head coach for the Lady Blue Devils, may be relaying the message you just told us.
Yes.
Hey, just take your time.
Take your time, yeah. Right now, I'd just have them back, and if I was the Lady Blue Devils, I just have everyone back at the 3-point line, basically. Bring it in, let them shoot, whatever, and then there's no way with this time and how the rules are in high school for a comeback now.
Coming up, fans, we'll have the boys action coming up. Just about 10 minutes away. 8-ish, a little after 8 o'clock. Once this one's in the books, barring overtime. But there is a 4-point play in basketball. Very rare, but that's the deficit at this point. 3 seconds left as the Lady Blue Devils and the Lady Panthers come out.
He's pressing.
Yeah, he is. You're right.
With 3-point, the 4-point play might come into play here.
4-point play is a possibility with this press. You could get a half-court shot and get fouled and hit it.
Yes.
Got to get it in bounds first. And it goes. Burns with it.
Get fouled. Get fouled.
1 second left at the buzzer. Shot no good. That's it. 43-39. The Lady Blue Devils pick up the victory over the Lady Panthers tonight in an exciting game here at the Panther Den. Hang with us, fans. We've got a lot to get to. We'll name a player of the game. We'll get you set for the boys varsity. That is coming up. Hang with us across the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price, on a lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way.
And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin.
Back here at the Panther Den, as you can see on screen, if you are watching our MegaCast tonight, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, the Varsity Lady Panthers fell to the Lady Blue Devils of Brevard tonight, 43-39. It got close there late, Tony, but for a good portion of that fourth quarter, it was between a 8, 9, 10-point differential. And in such a low-scoring game, that is tough to overcome. It was almost like a 20-point advantage.
Yes, it was, and most of it was, and tonight was a different type of, usually the turnovers come into play, but in that game they had 12 turnovers, 11 turnovers, and I think that's actually a normal game right there. But what was happening was a lot of shots weren't going down because of lack of ball movement and things of that nature. And on the other side, the Lady Blue Devils, they were shooting the ball well from very deep. And it's, once that happens, you kind of extend, and from there it opens up for layups and other things like that. That's what's happening. And that was the only difference in the game.
You've got a couple of quick stats, and then we'll name a player of the game.
Okay. Dylan Garcia, 2 points. Nevaeh Tran, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Kendall Burns, 1 point, 4 rebounds. Sierra Wade, 8 points, 3 rebounds. Kanan Drake, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Sydney Williams, 9 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. And Michaela Brewer, 4 points, 3 rebounds.
All right, Tom, to name tonight's player of the game, Tony, and what do you think?
She had a good game despite not really getting the ball, and she was all over the place with, if you can tell by the stats there. She had 9.7 rebounds and 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. Sydney Williams. She played as well as she could without, getting the ball where she likes it in her sweet spot in the post. And that actually looked like the game plan for the Lady Blue Devils in trying to take her out of that, because she lit them up last game. So I think that was the game plan.
Well, congratulations to Sydney Williams, tonight's player of the game. All right, as you can see on screen, the boys varsity warming up. We are getting set for action. Just about 5.5 minutes away. Hang with us. We'll break things down next across the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
WNC Sports Zone is your official headquarters for everything Franklin Panthers. From pullovers to shirts and hats, you'll find it all at Sports Zone. From college to the pros, they've got a large selection of hoodies and sweatshirts at Sports Zone. And they can handle all of your screen printing, engraving, and embroidery. The WNC Sports Zone, located in the Franklin Plaza Shopping Center. Open 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
Back here at the Panther Den as we get set for the boys varsity. Tonight the Franklin Panthers come in after a loss to the Hendersonville Bearcats on Wednesday night. Dropped their mark of 13-6 overall and 3-3 in the Mountain 6 Conference. They come in to face the Brevard team they beat over in Transylvania County back a few weeks ago. Tony, they come in at 7-9 overall and also 3-3 in the conference. So this is going to be a game for seeding in that upcoming conference tournament.
Right, and it's a big one. And anytime you're facing a team that has an identical record as you in the conference, they're dangerous, because they can turn it on or you can turn it on, and that's where hopefully that the Panthers can do what they did in that first game. Actually, in the second half of that first game, that's actually I think that if I'm not mistaken, that's when Jay Bick had 23 points in the second half. He had 0 at halftime. He had 23 in the second half. Hopefully it doesn't come down to that. They can get evenly scoring, kind of like how they did against Hendersonville. But get in there, take care of the ball, and play tough defense, because Brevard's actually a very athletic team. They're a big team, and they're very athletic. And so everyone just needs to play their role, do their job, and hopefully come away with a victory.
At this point in the season, that conference championship with 3 losses pretty much out the door. I don't think anybody's going to beat Hendersonville. Right. They're a very good basketball team now, 6-0 in the conference. They play tonight. So at this point, you're playing for some seeding, and if you're
Yes.
able to win tonight, you're going to be in second place
Yes.
in the conference, the way things have shaken out.
And you know what? And the boys know. The boys know. I've talked to several of them. They know what the importance of this game. Let's see if they can, rise to the occasion and take care of business.
All right, we're about to have the starting lineup introduced. PA announcer Ken Neitz is about to do his pregame duties here. We will carry that right now.
And now for the boys varsity game. Let's meet our starters. First for Brevard. They come into tonight's game with an overall record of 7-9, 2-4 in the conference. A senior, number 4, Carter McCracken. A senior, number 20, Jacob Miner. A junior, number 23, Caden Norris. A senior, number 33, Aiden Green. And a senior, number 34, Braylon Owen. The Blue Devils are coached by Jonathan Owen. And now for your Panthers. They come into tonight's game with an overall record of 13-6, 3-3 in the conference. Starting at guard, a 5'9" senior, number 12, Tyler Harrell. Starting another guard, a 6' senior, number 20, Cole Doolittle. Also starting at guard, a 6' senior, number 30, Jay Bick. Starting at a forward, a 6'1" senior, number 40, Ty Chastain. And your centers, the 6'4" freshman, number 52, Miles McClure. Your Panthers are coached by Doug Plemons, assisted by Tony Plemons, Cy Simmons, Trace Rogers, and Nick Allen.
And that's the starting lineup for both teams. PA announcer Ken Neitz, and we are just moments away from tipping this one off. Great crowd on hand.
Yes.
At the Panther Den. We are glad that you are with us on our mega cast tonight on the internet, broadcast radio, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, on TuneIn app for your smartphone and tablet. We're everywhere tonight.
Everywhere.
George Young along with Tony Christie as we are ready to tip this one off. And unfortunately,
Yes. The streak
Miles
ends.
McClure lost the toss at Hendersonville, so he's got to start another streak tonight as he's going to jump center. And this one he could not win as Brevard secures the opening tip. They'll swing it over into the corner.
And the Panthers come out man to man.
In the corner with some trouble is Caden Norris. Swinging around the horn goes right side. McCracken feeding underneath. Pass is going to be knocked away. Picked back up by McCracken. McCracken going to find Owens. He's going to have 1 foot inside the jump circle. Now dish a pass over to Miner. He's going to find a cutting Carter McCracken to the hole. McCracken is going to be fouled on the way, and that's going to send McCracken to the free throw line for 2 shots here. Just underway, 7:28 to go in the first quarter in a scoreless game. First one is up, and he can't convert. He'll get one more from the charity stripe. 7:28. 32 seconds into this one. Boys varsity. And the second one is up and good. 1-0 Brevard. Jay Bick brings it up. Fires one into the front court. Todd Chastain with it over to Harrell. Harrell now the ball fake. Draws in, picks up his dribble, finds Jay Bick. Bick to Doolittle over to Harrell. Harrell now just inside the arc. Backs it back out. Over goes Ty. Chastain picks up his dribble right side. Finds Jay Bick. Now 7 minutes remaining first quarter. Over to Harrell now to Miles McClure. Left wing. Dribbles out, finds Jay Bick, and now we've got a moving screen that's going to be whistled on Miles McClure.
That's exactly what that was.
6:54 to go here in the first. And Franklin trails 1-0.
Yeah, right there. They were very patient on that offense, and they just have to make sure that they get something into the paint.
And we've got a whistle underneath. Another offensive foul. This one's going to go against Jacob Miner.
Yeah.
His first and the team's first. 6:44 to go in the first. as Franklin gets it back, trailing 1-0. Harrell into the front court. Picked up by Aiden Green. Got to feed it over to Doolittle for three. Cole Doolittle opens the scoring for the Panthers. 3-1 after the trifecta with 6:25 remaining first quarter. McCracken over to Green in the paint, spinning and shooting. Shot blocked by Todd Chastain. Green gets his own rebound and goes up and gets fouled this time. That'll send Aiden Green to the line for 2 shots as Todd Chastain picks up the foul, his first, team's third.
And right there in that offensive possession, that was great pull and kick for a wide open 3 by Cole Doolittle.
First shot no good. One more at that Franklin Office Supply free throw line for Aiden Green. It's up and he hits the second. 3-2, 1-point lead. 6:14 to go. Full court press now for Coach Jonathan Owen and his Brevard Blue Devils. Into the corner. 3 Doolittle. Right side no. And the rebound. Aiden Green. Pass down court. Braylon Owens on the run out. Got the bucket and the foul. 4-3 Brevard. 6:01 to go first quarter. As Cole Doolittle going to pick up his second. Quick 2 fouls on Doolittle. He's going to take a seat as John Tassinger checks in. 6:01 to go first quarter.
It looks like this game is going to have an up and down tempo, so it should be a high scoring.
Owens dribbles, shoots, and hits. 5-3, 2-point lead now for Brevard. Full court press once again. Jay Bick into the front court. Lifts the pass, Todd Chastain to the hole, off the glass, good. And I like the officials not blowing the whistles.
Yes.
There was a lot of flopping going on.
Yes.
Bodies flying, but they didn't blow a whistle. Feeding underneath McCracken for the Blue Devils. He gives it up to Green. Free throw line jumper wouldn't fall. And the board off to Todd Chastain. Tied at 5, fans. Just underway here in the first. 5:33 to go. As Tyler Harrell will dribble in, then back it out. Gives it up. Right side. Jay Bick. Bick. Back to Harrell. Swinging it over to Tassinger, and we've got a whistle away from the basketball. What are they going to whistle, Tony?
I have no clue.
Foul on Franklin.
Yeah, on Miles again.
Fans don't like it. Miles picks up his second. He's going to take a seat as Bailey Watts will check into the game. Tied at 5. 5:20 to go here in the first. Aiden Green brings it up. Find Norris. Norris over to Owen. Owen, McCracken in the corner. He's going to throw it away. Feeding Green. It's off to the races. Jay Bick high off the glass. Good. Franklin scores, and they're up 7-5 now.
Great steal by Jay, anticipating the pass in there to Aiden Green.
Caden Norris over to Green. Feeding McCracken near the elbow. Fires it back out to Green. Braylon Owens with it. Gives it up to Carter McCracken. Underneath, spinning and shooting Green, and we've got a whistle and a foul. This one is most likely going to be on Todd Chastain. It will be. Nope. Giving it to Jay Bick. Okay.
Looked like he was on the other side.
16 foul. First one in the air and good by Aiden Green. He'll get one more. Similar to what transpired at Hendersonville, where the first foul wasn't whistled on Hendersonville till the 5-minute mark in the second quarter. Second shot up and good. Tied at 7 now. Jay Bick slowly brings it up for Coach Doug Clemens and the Panthers. Bick on the dribble. Drives in, kicks it out. Tassinger, right wing 3. No good. Rebound, skied for and secured by Aiden Green. Could be a battle between him and Todd Chastain underneath. Baseline, Minor to the hole. No. Offensive board, Green. He gets it blocked away from behind. They're going to whistle a foul on Todd Chastain as he went up, got a lot of ball, but evidently got the body too. So more shots for Aiden Green.
He had his hand down on the lower part of him, so it was a good call.
Aiden Green. First shot, no good. Fans right in front of us, the student section, as you just saw on our YouTube Live and Facebook Live, are very vocal tonight. 7-7 your score, 4:16 to go first quarter. Second shot no good. Rebound like over the back there, but no call on Todd Chastain as McCracken went over the back on Todd. He's going to attack the hole, get his shot blocked away by Green. Rebound Brevard in the corner. Minor feeding underneath McCracken, back out beyond the arc it goes. Aiden Green thought about feeding underneath. Going to find McCracken in the paint now. His shot off the mark, no good. Rebound Green, out of bounds, saves it into the hands of Owen. Owens shot, free throw line, no. Rebound on the floor. Tie up, possession arrow is with Franklin.
And for the big guys, so Ty Chastain and Miles McClure both have 2 fouls, and Nick Tucci is out because of an injury. He's over there in the boot, and I don't see Kobe Manning actually on the bench. So
I don't either.
They're thin at the big guy, the big position.
Yeah.
So they just came in with Coleman Saunders.
Crossing the timeline, Jay Big, 3:30 to go near the first. Todd at 7. Bailey Watts with a free throw line jumper. Watts banks it in. Bailey Watts gives Franklin a 9-7 lead, 3:20 remaining.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Banks open late tonight. McCracken with it over to Owen. Owen going to feed the free throw line. Aiden Green going to attack and lower that shoulder. Offensive foul on Aiden Green. And the student section reminds him he can't do that. 3:07 to go here in the first. First foul, by the way, whistled on Aiden Green, and the second, only the second, whistled on Brevard. Already 7 on Franklin in this one. 3 minutes remaining as John Tassinger drives in, finds Watts free throw line. He goes in and gets fouled. Misses the shot. We'll see if he was in the act. Looks like he was. No, he was not. Jay Bick will trigger underneath his own basket with 2:56 to go first quarter. Franklin up 9-7, and it goes to Bailey Watts. Watts quickly gives it back. Now underneath, Watts again attacks, and Watts will get fouled. This time was he in the act of shooting?
Yes, he definitely was.
14th foul on Brevard. That one's going to go on Drew Scott. Quickly 2 on Scott. Whistled him with the other foul. 2 shots to the free throw line. Bailey Watts, first one, no good. He'll get one more.
I believe if he makes this one, they'll show a little pressure because the Blue Devils are actually showing that same pressure. So that's what you try to do. You try to combat it with pressure of your own.
Second shot. Got it. And then they're going to back off. No pressure. 2:49 to go first. 10-7.
Yes. Good job, Tyler.
Harrell almost caused a turnover. Jacob Minor with it. He's going to give it up to Norris. Norris underneath, lifting a running shot, no. And the board off to Franklin. Jay Bick down court. Off to Tassinger. 2:27 to go first quarter. Gives it up, Bailey Watts. Watts, baseline jumper knocked away, picked up by Braylon Owens. Owens to the hole. Foul. Going the other way. As the shot was no good, they're going to whistle offensive foul on Braylon Owens. Coach Jonathan Owen doesn't like it. It was borderline, but we'll take it. We'll say that.
And Braylon Owens, he was trying to do a Euro step, and Tyler knew that and just moved into where he's going to go, and he ran right into him.
Jay Bick over to Tyler Harrell with 2:10 to go first quarter. Harrell on the dribble, drives in, kicks it out. Jay Bick, back it goes Harrell. Harrell, Tassinger underneath, feeding Coleman. Saunders with the gentle touch.
Yes.
12-7. Franklin extends that lead here in the first, 1:52 to go. Braylon Owens with it out beyond the arc. Over to McCracken. McCracken in the free throw line, kicking it out. 3-ball. Norris, no. Long board picked up by Owens. Owens spinning, kicking it out. Once again into the hands of Norris. In the lane, off the glass, good goes Norris. And that cuts that Panther lead 12-9 now. 1:30 remaining first quarter. Jay Bick puts up the dribble, looks to dish, finds Bailey Watts up top. And it seems like Watts maybe gave a little bit of a spark off the bench, Tony.
Yes, it did. Him and
Tyler Harrell
Tyler Harrell for three right there. But
gives him a spark with the three ball.
And Coleman Saunders is playing great too right now for someone that plays limited time.
Norris with it. He'll feed up top. McCracken now into the paint. Jackson Russell, who's checked into the game, a big man for Brevard, gets his shot partially blocked. Jay Bick with it. Down court. 54 seconds left. Loses control, picks it back up. Gonna find Saunders. He tiptoes the baseline, lifts the shot, no, saves it out of bounds into the hands of Tyler Harrell for three, no. Rebound on the floor, and was it out of bounds or a foul? They'll say just out of bounds off of Bailey Watts. He was pushed. I was waiting for that official to hold up his fist, but I didn't see it.
In this last 42 seconds, Coach Clemens just wants his players to stay in front, don't give up any layups, make sure it's a contested jump shot.
Down to 37 seconds. Brevard with it into the front court. Top of the key three. Norris got it. Caden Norris. 15-12 after the three ball. 25 seconds to go first quarter. Jay Bick slowly brings it up. Now into the front court. Tyler Harrell with it. Left wing. Drives in. Finds Bailey Watts free throw line. He slips down. Loses control. It's going to be picked up in the backcourt briefly. And then Jay Bick somehow secures it. So it was kicked around. Jay now off to the races. John Tassinger in the paint at the buzzer. Got it to go. That'll do it.
Great.
17-12. Exciting first quarter of action. We got 8 more minutes in this first half to come, so hang with us. We'll take a break across the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price, on a lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way.
And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin.
Back here at the Panther Den, George Young along with Tony Christie. As we've got 8 more minutes in an exciting first half of action. Franklin leads the Brevard Blue Devils 17-12. And we've seen a little bit of everything in this game so far, and we've only been at it for 8 minutes, Tony.
Yes, and we didn't know before that, because I didn't even look down there and I didn't see Kobe Manning, and both bigs are actually in trouble. Both starting bigs for the Panthers are in trouble. They're in foul trouble, and Coach Clemens has gone very small, and they're doing very well, actually.
Back to action. Brevard has it. Braylon Owens. Over goes Norris. Norris now going to feed Witt, who travels with it. Turnover Brevard, 7:50 to go second quarter. 17-12. Franklin on top. Glad that you're with us. George Young along with Tony Christie on our MegaCast tonight. 7 different ways that you can get this one. Either audio or video. YouTube Live, Facebook Live. Also on broadcast AM and FM 104.9, 1050. Online, WFSCRadio.com, and on the TuneIn app for your smartphone and your tablets. Also in HD if you get HD radio. I'll lose count. Top of the key, Jay Bick driving in, lifting and running shot, got the roll.
That was a tough shot right there.
19-12. Franklin with the advantage with 7:11 to go, and another turnover as Caden Norris travels with it near the scores table.
And right there on that last play, Jay Bick, he had Braylon Owen, Braylon Aiden Green actually switched on him, and actually that's who's actually guarding Jay right now. So Jay should have a field day trying to take him to the hole.
7 minutes remaining. Tyler Harrell attempts a three, it won't fall. Rebound Brevard. 7:52 with that clock ticking. Baseline, traveling in, Witt loses control, picks it back up, kicks it out. Caden Norris has it, working on John Tassinger. Norris loses control in the paint, picking it up. John Tassinger to the hole, high off the glass, good. John Tassinger off the bench. And we got a whistle and a timeout. Brevard wants to talk it over. 21-12, a 9-point lead now for the Franklin Panthers. We'll take a break. Hang with us. Got a good one going across the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
The WNC Sports Zone is your official headquarters for everything Franklin Panthers. From pullovers to shirts and hats, you'll find it all at Sports Zone. From college to the pros, they've got a large selection of hoodies and sweatshirts at Sports Zone. And they can handle all of your screen printing, engraving, and embroidery. The WNC Sports Zone, located in the Franklin Plaza Shopping Center. Open 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
Well, Tony, some confusion for Brevard. That's why they call the timeout.
Yes. Coach Clemens went from a man to a zone, and now they're and actually Coach Clemens just switched to which zone it was.
Owens in the paint. Shot wouldn't fall. Rebound, Brevard. Norris with it. He'll kick it over to Witt. Now feeding underneath Braylon Owens. Back it out. It goes Norris for a three, and Kate Norris will nail it. 21-15, 6-point lead for Franklin. Jay Bick brings it up into the front court. Trouble. She was trying to give it up to John Tassinger. Bodies on the floor. Center jump circle. And somehow Coach Clemens got a timeout. Bailey Watts secured it briefly, just long enough for Coach Doug Clemens to call timeout.
I wish we had replay, because in that replay you would have saw a Brevard player actually kicking the ball, so it should have been the Panthers' ball anyway.
A 30-second timeout, a quick one to keep the possession of the basketball. They'll have to trigger side court. Franklin's up 21-15. With 5:53 to go in the third quarter.
Let's see if they can come out with that same strategy, the Blue Devils, because they had Aiden Green, the center, guarding Jay Bick.
And Bick will have it. Center jump circle. Yeah, they switched it off. Carter McCracken now is going to guard Bick. Picks up his dribble, swings it up top. Bailey Watts. Watts dangerously gives it up. Jay Bick. Now Bick finds a cutting John Tassinger. It is knocked away in the paint, and Brevard picks it up. They're going to race up court. Braylon Owens with it. Owens thought about driving in. Now going to give it up to McCracken. McCracken shot blocked. Left of the stripe. Off to the races. Jay Bick is fouled from behind. Is that going to be on McCracken? I believe it will be. Yes, Carter McCracken picks up the foul. The sixth on Brevard with 5:20 to go second quarter. No shots here. Franklin up by 6, 21-15. Bick to trigger. Gets it into Bailey Watts deep in the right corner. Now to Tyler Harrell. Harrell over to Coleman Saunders. Saunders going to attempt a three and hit. Coleman Saunders off the bench. 23-15. Make that 24-15 as they get all the points up on that scoreboard. Carter McCracken over to Owens, and he's going to turn it over. He ran into a Panther wall.
Yes, he did.
On that right baseline. Jay Bick slowly brings it up court. 4:50 to go second quarter. 24-15, 9-point advantage. Matches the Panthers' biggest of the night. Bick on the dribble, splits a double team to the hole. Couldn't get it to go, but they are going to whistle a foul. I think this one's going to be on Aiden Green.
He had to throw that one high because Aiden Green's, he's a very athletic big man. He's not a normal big man. He's an athletic big man, and he can get up. And Jay Bick drove that and threw it high off the glass.
Was on Aiden. That'll be his second and the 17th foul. First shot is up and good at the charity stripe for Jay Bick. He'll get one more. Both teams in the bonus now. 7 fouls apiece. 4:39 to go second quarter. 25-15. Now the Panthers' biggest of the night. As Jay Bick attempts his second shot. It's in the air and it's good. 26-15, 11-point advantage. Aiden Green over to McCracken. McCracken gets double teamed. Now to Norris. Norris in the paint. Floater. Got it. Tough shot.
Caden Norris and Braylon Owen are the only two Blue Devils to have a field goal in this game so far.
26-17, 9-point lead for Franklin. 4:16 with a moving clock, second quarter. Big gives it up. Tassinger, left wing three. John Tassinger. 29-17, 12-point lead for Franklin at the 4-minute mark in the second quarter. Owens with it deep in the corner. Over to Norris. Norris, McCracken out beyond the arc, kicks it. Witt, three, no. Hit the top of the backboard. And that'll be a turnover. Back to Franklin. Subs coming in for Coach Jonathan Owen and the Brevard Blue Devils as Minor checks in. Owen going to take a seat. 3:52 to go second. 29-17, 12-point lead. Jay Big looks over to Coach Doug Clemens as he crosses the timeline. Now signals the offense. Over to Tassinger, left side. Tassinger back to Big. Big to Tassinger. Another deep three. John Tassinger can't hit. And the rebound, Brevard. McCracken, 3:30 remaining. Thought about a three, gets double teamed. McCracken picked up his dribble, has to get it out of there, finds Witt. Witt now, pass up top, Norris into the corner. Jacob Minor. Minor gives it up, McCracken. McCracken to the hole, and he'll get fouled. And standing his ground, but not getting the call. Bailey Watts now whistled it on him. The blocking foul. 18 foul is heading to the line will be McCracken.
And it looks like the Blue Devils, they're starting to get a little bead on that 1-3-1 zone, where to get the ball to. And that's why they were able to get that right there. But I tell you what, it's actually been working very well. And actually when you miss a free throw like that, as a coach, you're like, okay, we're just going to keep it going.
One more as the first one was missed and the second one's missed. Grabbing the board, Bailey Watts. Quickly pass up court, saved out of bounds by Coleman Saunders, but into the hands of Brevard and Carter McCracken. 3:05 remaining here in the second. Norris for three, got it. Cade Norris, leave him open. He'll jack one, left side three, and he hits. 29-20, 9-point lead with 2 minutes 52 seconds in the second quarter left. Big into the corner. John Tassinger tiptoes the baseline. Shot partially blocked, gets it back. Another one he couldn't secure. Brevard grabbed the board, and then it was knocked away. Who's got it? It's off of John Tassinger. He's pleading his case, but he's not going to win. McCracken swings it deep. Witt finds Owen. Check that. Green, Aiden Green with the dunk.
2 hands for security.
Aiden Green flushes it home. 29-22 now. Ty's been challenged. He's got to try to respond with a dunk in this game.
Yes.
So can't let Aiden Green outshine him. And a turnover. Here the free throw over the half-court line. McCracken able to secure it and call timeouts. 2:08 to go second quarter. We've got a timeout on the court, so we will take one. So hang with us across the Franklin Panther Sports Network. To go in the second. George Young along with Tony Christie at the Panther Den tonight. 29-22, Tony. Franklin with the advantage.
Yes, and now the looks like they're bringing back to man.
And John Tassinger picks the pocket of Minor to the hole, off the glass, good. 31-22, 9-point lead. It's back to Franklin at 1 point had a 12-point advantage in this half. Minute 42 of the moving clock as Brevard attacks and almost a turnover. We've got bodies on the floor. The ball's on the floor. Tassinger picks it up. He's been all over tonight, and now a whistle and a reach-in foul on Jacob Miner.
And Coach Clemens, he actually went to a boxing one right there. They're playing a boxing one on Caden Norris because that's smart because he's one of the two people on Brevard that actually has a field goal.
So the 18th foul means 1 and 1 for John Tassinger. And the first one's up and good. They'll get one more. Got that charity stripe. And the second is good. 33-22, 11-point lead. Minute 30. First half. McCracken. Free throw line jumper. No. She leaned into it. Rebound Brevard. Out to Norris. 3. No. And the ball is kicked around. They'll say last touch by Panther.
And actually, it's not even a boxing one. It's a triangle and 2. It's on Aiden Green and Caden Norris.
And it goes Miner out top McCracken, and his pass going to be stolen away. Off to the races. John Tassinger got fouled as he was heading up.
And what a triangle too is just like what it sounds like. There's one person at the free throw line, guarding people around there. There's 2 people in the box, and then the other 2 people are guarding man to man. They're guarding the players man to man, so they can't get the ball. And then if they do catch the ball, they'll be immediately double teamed. So that's what a triangle and 2 is.
First shot by Tassinger is up and good. One more. 1 minute and 8 seconds left, second quarter. 34-22, 12-point lead. And the second one, no. Rebound is off of who? I don't think the official underneath saw it, and the trailing official says it was off of a Brevard Blue Devil. Franklin pulled down trigger underneath their own basket.
And then for Bailey Watts is Braden Soroka.
He's checked in for the first time. Pass up top into the backcourt. Tyler Harrell secures it as we tick under 60 seconds to play in this first half. Tassinger over to Bick. Jay. Fonz, Harrell draining some clock here, Tony.
Yes, they are. And in this triangle offense, they can actually get a slips to the basket too.
Up top, it's John Tassinger. Again, draining more clock. We're down to 37 seconds left as there is a whistle and a foul on Brevard.
2 shots.
Is it Owens?
Yes.
And no, they're going to give it to McCracken, it appears.
Correct.
Now it's 34. They had a 4 up there. Now 34. Owens picks it up his second, and the shot from the free throw line is missed by John Tassinger. One more. It's the 10th team foul. Double bonus the rest of this first half for Franklin.
Yes, with 10 fouls.
And the second shot is up and good. Tassinger hits, makes it a 36-22 lead. Up top, McCracken. Back out beyond the arc, Owen. He gives it up, Norris. Norris up high to Owen in the paint to the hole. Owen got it to go. Braylon Owens. Jay Bick going to slow it down. 10 seconds left. Maybe play for the last shot here.
Yes.
Bick, top of the key 3. Got it! That's going to do it. Cross the pass and the shot would not fall. 38-24. After 2 quarters here at the Panther Den. We'll come back. We'll get some halftime stats. Looking around if we have any more guests. I don't think we do.
Yeah.
Glad to have Tommy Westbrook join us in between the girls' halftime. Come back, get some stats from you, Tony.
Gotcha.
And we will get you set for the beginning of the third quarter. Hang with us across the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
WNC Sports Zone is your official headquarters for everything Franklin Panthers. From pullovers to shirts and hats, you'll find it all at Sports Zone. From college to the pros, they've got a large selection of hoodies and sweatshirts at Sports Zone. And they can handle all of your screen printing, engraving, and embroidery. The WNC Sports Zone, located in the Franklin Plaza Shopping Center. Open 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
Back at the den, George Young along with Tony Christie at the break of the boys varsity. Franklin holds a 38-24 lead over the Brevard Blue Devils, and an exciting first half of action, Tony.
Very.
And a late three really gave this crowd, which was already in a frenzy, a big jolt by Jay Big.
Yes, and right now the Panthers, they're playing like a team that a very well coached team that understands that right now any freshmen that are on the team, freshmen are now sophomores are now juniors are seniors, and seniors are first year freshmen in college now. And that's actually how they've been playing very methodical and doing what they had to do. In that last play right there, Jay Beck, he just walked the guy down and got into a rhythm and then just pulled up, and that's a shot that he probably shoots probably in a week, probably 200-300 times. And, it was simple because it's an open shot because the guy's backing up.
All right, Tony, you've got some quick stats for us here.
Yes, I'll start with the Brevard Blue Devils. Carter McCracken, 1 point. Aiden Green, 5. Braylon Owen, 5. And Caden Norris with 13 points. He had 3 3-pointers in that first half. Now for the Panthers, Tyler Harrell, 3. Coleman Saunders actually had off the bench, big spark there, 5 points. Cole Dulo, 3. Ty Chastain, 2 points. Bailey Watts, 2 points. And Jay Bick with 9. And John Tassinger with 13 points and 2 steals.
And Franklin holds a 38-24 lead on tonight's MegaCast. We appreciate everybody watching, listening, wherever you may be.
Yes.
Tonight, a lot of interaction on social media tonight. Carolyn Ammons watching, Wilda Brooks, Gabe Jonas, Sheila Young is watching tonight, Barbara Raby, Dean Cook, Joyce Ledford, Karen Anita Saunders also is watching. They posted on our Facebook feed. We appreciate you watching. If you're on YouTube, you can comment as well. Facebook, comment on our MegaCast, meaning we're on broadcast radio tonight.
Right.
FM 104.9, AM at 1050. HD 104.1 HD2. Also online, TuneIn app, smartphone, tablet, search WFSC. On Facebook Live, Franklin Panther Sports Network, and also on YouTube Live, the Franklin Panther Sports Network YouTube page. Like our page, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've only got one more game left here in the regular season. That is coming up on Tuesday night, senior night here at the Panther Den. Tony, it's hard to believe the season's almost over.
Yes.
After Tuesday night, just 2 games left. Travel to Pisgah and out the year in Silva with Smoky Mountain.
Yes, and I can tell you that when senior night is one of those, our next broadcast, senior night, is one of those that there's a lot of different emotions, running, especially for a majority of these guys that this is it. This is the last time they're actually going to suit up and play for their school. And it can go 2 different ways. There are people making shots and blocking shots and dunking and doing all kinds, or they can come out flat because of all the emotion. And hopefully it's the latter, where they'll be up for the game and all the seniors will play and they'll play hard.
Didn't take long for Coach Doug Clemens to bring his boys back out of the locker room. They didn't spend more than 4 minutes in there. They're back out warming up.
Yes, they're back out warming up because sometimes you just don't have anything to say. And I tell you what, I've played a long time, and that's rare for a coach that, but as now that I'm coaching, sometimes your team just does what they're supposed to be doing, and you don't have anything to say to them, and just bring them back out. Let them warm up.
Don't want to disrupt it.
Yeah, don't want to disrupt the flow.
Keep it going.
Yes, at all time.
All right, we'll take our final break here on the halftime show. Come back, tip off the third quarter. Hang with us across the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
You can buy a red one, a blue one, any shape, size, or price, on lot, online, or even from a vending machine. What and how you buy has changed a lot, but one thing has never changed. You buy it from somebody, and the people make the difference. Upfront pricing, market-based trade-ins, service after the sale, and never ever any games or gimmicks. That's the Smoky Mountain way.
And these are the Smoky Mountain people. Smoky Mountain Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 556 Highlands Road in Franklin. Welcome back to the Panther Den. You can see on screen on our mega cast, Coach Flemons giving his boys some last-second instructions before we'll get this third quarter underway. 38-24, Franklin with the advantage over the Brevard Blue Devils as we are almost ready to begin the third quarter.
And right now, they just have to come out and match the intensity that the Blue Devils are going to bring out in this third quarter, because their records are identical. So that means that at this point, you play 6 games in the conference. It's not, your record's not lying. So they are the equal. So they should come out here with a lot of energy.
And when you're equal, execution is what really turns the table. And Franklin will have it to begin things here in the third. Tyler Harrell. Side to side with the dribble. Free throw line jumper. He found himself open. Hit the front of the iron. No good. Brevard with the board. Caden Norris. Off to Jacob Minor. Minor, right wing. Feeds underneath to McCracken. McCracken got to find a cutting Owen. And Owen will get fouled. They'll whistle a blocking foul on Jay Bick underneath. That'll be his second in the first whistle this half. 7:36 just underway, third quarter. Shots coming up for Braylon Owen at the charity stripe. He dribbles. First one's in the air and good. He'll get one more.
And they're definitely going to bring some pressure right here.
Second shot is up and good.
Yeah.
38-26. Didn't bring pressure. 12-point advantage for Franklin. Tyler Harrell feeds Miles McClure, who spins and shoots in the paint. No good. On board, Jay Bick picks it up. Jay underneath. Todd Chastain goes up and can't get it to go. A lot of contact. No call. 7:10 to go. Owen, jumper. It wouldn't fall. Rebound, Franklin. And again, down court quickly, Jay Bick Off to Doolittle. Jumper good just inside the arc. Cole Doolittle gets the scoring going. 40-26. Franklin on top. 14-point advantage, their biggest of the night. And the three wouldn't fall for Brevard. Trouble side court. Doolittle secures it. He'll slow it down as he gives it up to Jay Bick. Calls out the offense. At the FHS symbol here at the Panther Den. Coach Tom Raby basketball court. Into the corner, right wing three. Tyler Harrell wouldn't fall. Rebound, Aiden Green. Green to Norris. Down court quickly, Jacob Miner. Miner up top, Owen. And Aiden Green. Green over to Miner, left side to Braylon Owens. Back out to Miner. Now he's going to attack. Bounce a pass to Owen that is stolen away. In the paint, Jay Bick. Down court, no look pass. Todd Chastain, he gets fouled on the way. Aiden Green, I believe, is going to pick it up.
Yes.
Aiden Green is a big fan of 80s hair. He's got a mullet. Dave Lynn, are you listening? He's a big 80s fan.
Yes.
He may want to come to your 80s flashback in August. First shot at the free throw line is up and good. Todd Chastain will get one more.
And that's his third foul. That's
that is good, yes. Third foul whistled on Aiden Green. He's a big man underneath for Brevard. If he gets into foul trouble, that is a good thing if you're a Panther fan.
Yes.
Second shot, no good. And the rebound, Brevard. Caden Norris into the front court. Gives it up to Owen. Down to 6 minutes remaining here, the third. Norris finds McCracken, who drives in baseline, then gets stopped. Kicks it out. Norris back to McCracken. Over to Miner. Miner to the hole. No. Rebound in the hands of Jacob Miner. And he gets the bucket to go, the second chance point. 41-28. Jumper no. Long board. Todd Chastain tried to save it. It's off of his hands. And out of bounds. 5:28 remains, third quarter. 41-28. Panthers on top by 13.
And it seems like the Panthers they're not actually being patient with the ball, and they're trying to hit a knockout blow like right now. If you're just patient, it'll come.
Aiden Green up high. Looks to pass. He'll find Norris. Deep three. No good. They're going to say it hit one of the wires, I believe.
And Caden Norris
up above the basket, Tony.
And Caden Norris, he's actually starting to get a little frustrated with this triangle and two that Coach Clemens has kept on him.
We've seen that a couple of times this season. The
Yes.
triangle and two work for Coach Clemens.
Yes.
Jay Bick drives in, gets fouled. He'll be at the line. They'll give this one. Is it going to be McCracken? It will be. I thought it was going to be McCracken. That'll be his second on Brevard. 4:57, third quarter. Shots at the line. Jay Bick, first one is up and good. We apologize. Evidently, our audio and the video is a little out of sync, evidently, on YouTube and Facebook, at least on Facebook. We know that. Second shot is up and good. About 4 seconds off is what we have determined. Don't really know why, but coming on, we had issues, so it could have been the reason. Got on late on the Facebook and YouTube feeds. Underneath, Owen off the glass, good.
Pass.
43-30, 13-point advantage. Todd Chastain feeds Miles McClure, free throw line. He can't get it to go. Long board, who's it off? They'll say last touch by Jacob Miner and the Brevard Blue Devils. Franklin triggers side court in front of their bench. As Bick will get it in. He does to Chastain. Chastain to Bick. Up high. Bick on the dribble finds Tyler Harrell. Harrell to Doolittle. Doolittle. Spinning in the paint. Shooting. No. Rebound Owen. And Brevard into the front court. 4:12 remaining. Bounce pass underneath. McCracken off the glass. Good. Nice vision that time by Braylon Owens to find an open McCracken. And we've got a whistle and a timeout. And Coach Clemens is not happy with something over there. 4:06 to go, third quarter. 43-32. Got a full timeout on the floor. We'll take one. Hang with us on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Well, Tony, Coach Clemens didn't like what he saw on that last defensive possession, I think.
No, he didn't. And actually what happened was Miles McClure, he fell down right here. And then he was hustling back, but it just wasn't as fast as Coach Clemens wanted. And that's what prompted the timeout right there. And he took him out and put Bailey Watson.
And Watts will trigger as he gets it into Jay Bick, slowly bringing it up. 4 minutes remaining in this third. 43-32. Panthers by 11. Todd Chastain is spinning and shooting, fighting for position. Got it to go.
Great move there with the left hand.
45-32. Up top with it for the Brevard Blue Devils is Minor. Swings it over to Owen, left side. Looks to feed underneath. Now going to find Green up top. Over it goes to Minor. Directing traffic is Minor on the right side, feeding underneath. McCracken, back out it goes Minor. Mounting are going to travel into the paint. The shot no good. And the board off to the Panthers. 3:17, third quarter. Doolittle with it. Backing it out. Cole picks up his dribble. Guarded by McCracken. Finds Bailey Watts, who quickly finds Jay Bick. Bick right side picks up his dribble. Outside the arc finds Bailey. Bailey over to Tyler. Harrell into the corner. Todd Chastain. Chastain gives it up. Jay Bick off the screen. Bick three, no. Rebound. Braylon Owens and Brevard off to the races. 2:52 to go, third quarter. Bringing it down. Norris. Jumper good. Caden Norris got the bucket. 45-34. 11-point advantage for Franklin. 2:40 remains third.
Caden Norris can really shoot it.
Tough shots, too.
Yes.
He's hitting. Doolittle spinning. Kicking it over to Chastain. Chastain baseline jumper. 47-34. McCracken deep in the left corner. Kicks it out. Owens. Owens now gives it up to Norris. Norris going to find McCracken. McCracken to Green. Up top now is Caden Norris. Going to attempt another three. It wouldn't fall. Rebound off to the Panthers and off to the races. Tyler Harrell feeds Todd Chastain, and he got the bucket. Thought about dunking there for a moment, didn't he, Tony?
That's what I thought was going to happen.
McCracken fighting, giving it up. Jumper no. Owen. And the rebound, Franklin. Doolittle in the front court. Backs it out now. Finds Jay Bick. Minute 34 to go, third quarter. 49-34 Franklin. Tyler Harrell to Doolittle. Now to Bick. Minute 24. Clock ticks third. Harrell with it. Draining some clock off to Bailey Watts. Watts had a lane, but decided to back it back out. Bick on the dribble. To Harrell. 67 seconds. Underneath. Bailey Watts is going to get an offensive foul called on him. He hooked his defender as he was getting position underneath the basket. John Tassinger going to check in as Tyler Harrell takes a seat into the game. Drew Scott for Aiden Green and Coach Jonathan Owen, the Blue Devils. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Franklin up 49-34. Owens underneath. Going to feed it to Drew Scott, who comes into the game and gets a bucket. Drew Scott off the glass. 49-36 Franklin. 40 seconds left.
They're probably going to hold for the last shot here this time.
Tassinger with it near the F of the FHS on the Coach Tom Raby basketball court. Finds Jay Bick. Bick picks up his dribble. Finds Doolittle. 24 seconds left. Doolittle to Tassinger. Tassinger fires one out to Bailey. And they're going to whistle a foul on Brevard. And that one's going to be the first on Caden Norris. Franklin's going to trigger underneath us here. Here's the student section. with 19 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Jay Bick over to John Tassinger, back to Bick between the circles, draining more clock. 10 seconds to go. Now guarded by Couch, nifty dribbling into the corner. John Tassinger, 5 seconds, drives in, 4 seconds, lifts a shot, no. Rebound on the floor. That's going to do it. 49-36 after 3 quarters here at the Panther Den. Fourth and final one coming up. Franklin with the advantage. Hang with us across the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Welcome back. 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Franklin with a double-digit lead, Tony, at 49-36.
Yes, and actually they're playing hard, and both teams are still playing hard and still trying to execute. The Panthers are actually executing very well, and they're getting the shots they want. And hopefully in this last quarter they can do that. These last 4 minutes are the first 4 minutes of this last quarter are crucial because you can actually end the game right now.
Brevard will have it as the fourth quarter begins. Couch will be the trigger man. He'll run the point for the Blue Devils between the circles. He'll dribble. We're underway. Feeding underneath. Pass knocked away as he was trying to hit Drew Scott. Franklin will secure it and slow it down. Jay Bick dribbles. Finds Doolittle left side. Doolittle. John Tassinger. Tassinger, Bailey Watts left side. Over to Todd Chastain to the hole. He found a little bit of a lane and got it to go. Todd Chastain with the bucket. 51-36. Franklin by 15 now. I believe that's their biggest lead. Couch now beyond the arc. He'll feed Scott. Free throw line jumper no for Drew Scott. Rebound Bailey Watts. And then he gets his pocket picked off to McCracken. McCracken to Owen. Owen finds Couch underneath. His shot is blocked from behind by John Tassinger. Who last touched it? The officials say last touched by a Blue Devil. Jonathan Owen, the coach for the Blue Devils.
Yes.
Going crazy.
And that's what he should go crazy because it looked like it was knocked out by the Panthers.
Yeah. Lane. Shot good and the foul Doolittle. He'll be at the free throw line. The shoot one. And we got a whistle, and it looks like a timeout going to be called by Brevard. They want to talk it over. 53-36, 6:57 to go in the fourth quarter. Let's take a break. Hang with us on the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
WNC Sports Zone is your official headquarters for everything Franklin Panthers. From pullovers to shirts and hats, you'll find it all at Sports Zone. From college to the pros, they've got a large selection of hoodies and sweatshirts at Sports Zone. And they can handle all of your screen printing, engraving, and embroidery. The WNC Sports Zone, located in the Franklin Plaza Shopping Center. Open 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
6 minutes, 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Brevard's coach, Jonathan Owen, wanted to talk it over there. He didn't like what he was seeing, Tony.
And what he did was he actually, it was actually kind of, he put subs in to kind of like give his guys a rest, his main guys a rest. And in that little brief stint, the lead increased, So he saw enough of that, and he just had to regroup him.
Had to put his starters back in.
Yes.
As the shot from the free throw line is up and good. Cole Doolittle completes the old-fashioned three-point play. 18-point advantage at 54-36. 6:47 to go fourth quarter. Owen with it. He's going to feed Drew Scott free throw line. He looks to get it back out. He does. Couch, who backs it out. They get a feed over to Norris. Tries to nail another three. It's no good. Offensive board, though. Drew Scott feeds McCracken. McCracken shot in the paint. No. Rebound Couch. Another offensive board. And then his pass is knocked off the leg of John Tassinger. It looks like Aiden Green is going to check back into the game, and I laughed because we joked about Aiden Green and his hairstyle, mullet, 80s hairstyle. His mother, I'm not sure if she was watching on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, or listening to us on the TuneIn app, but she came over and said, "I hate it." In the paint, Braylon Owens will get the bucket to go for the Blue Devils.
And in that first half, Aiden Green was out of the game a lot.
Yeah.
But for the Panthers, Ty Chastain was out for most of that first half, and he's actually the difference in this game right now in the second half.
Bick over to Watts. Watts fade away. Got it to go.
Bailey Watts is a tough shot maker. That's what we call a tough shot maker there, because that right there, look, he was off balance, fading to the left off of one leg.
Underneath, Drew Scott for the Blue Devils kicks it out. 3-ball by Norris. No good, and a whistle underneath. And a foul going against the Blue Devils. It's going to be the 5th whistled on Brevard. That was going to go against Scott. That's his 4th. Drew Scott remains on the floor, though, as Jay Bick brings it up. Bick over to John Tassinger. He's picked up closely by Norris. We'll find Bailey Watts. Back to Bick. Center jump circle. Watts to Norris. Over to John Tassinger. Tassinger drives in. No. And the board off to the Blue Devils. 5:07 to go, 4th quarter. Down court, Norris. Shot wouldn't fall. Rebound Franklin. Down court, Tassinger quickly to jack a 3. He got it. John Tassinger gives Franklin a 20-point lead at 59. Or make that 21-point lead at 59. 38 underneath. Quick shot, no, by Scott. Rebound Franklin, and then it's off the hands of Cole Doolittle as they tried to race up court quickly and get some fast break points. So many points being scored here. The scoreboard can't keep up. I look down at our scoreboard.
Yes.
It's still tallying. Cade Norris off the Couch. Couch deep in the corner. Bonza cutting Drew Scott, and as Scott was heading in, he got fouled by Bailey Watts. That's going to send Scott to the line. They'll say he was in the act of shooting, it looks like. Yes.
And Coach Plemons he's gone from the triangle to just straight man-to-man. And that confused him for a little while too. Now guys, what a triangle and 2 actually does, it makes guys shoot the ball that shouldn't be shooting the ball. You know, shoot the guys that aren't normally in the position to shoot the ball. And right now the Blue Devils are still doing it.
Drew Scott, first shot good. One more at the free throw line. It's in the air, and it's good. 59-40. I thought it was 59-40, so 59-39 up on the scoreboard. 4:23 to go in the 4th. Bringing it down, Bick. Pass into the corner, Doolittle. It's double team. It's a dangerous pass to Bick, and then Bick drives in. His pass gets knocked away. He picks it back up. Going to find Ty. Out to Tassinger, left wing. Can't get the 3-ball to go. Out it goes, Bick for 3. It's short. Another long board. And stepping on the baseline was Bailey Watts. That's a turnover for the Panthers with 4:01 to go. Now they got the 40 up there. 4:01 to go in the 4th.
And that was actually a good possession right there. John Tassinger has the hot hand, and they were looking for him, and that's actually a sign of a real good team.
Owens to the hole, got it to go. Braylon Owens with a bucket. 59-42. 3:44 4th quarter. Across the timeline goes Jay Bick. Into the corner, Ty. Back out up top, Tassinger. Tassinger gets fouled. by Caden Norris up top. It's going to be the 16th foul on Brevard. One more, and Franklin will be in the bonus. 59-42. Franklin with a commanding lead late here in the fourth quarter. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. Jay Bick over to Tassinger. Tassinger on the dribble, gets double teamed. Backs it out, gives it up, Bick. Bick, high pass over to Tassinger in the paint. Shot blocked by Green, and the block shot picked up by Couch. He's off to the races. Feeding up court, Caden Norris off the glass, good. Whistle. And a timeout? Yes, we do have a timeout on the floor. Looks like a full one, so we'll take one as well. 3:03 to go in the fourth quarter. Franklin up 59-44. Back after this across the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Welcome back. 3:03 remaining fourth quarter. Franklin up 59-44. It's been one of those nights, very entertaining ball game.
Yes.
Doesn't seem like the lead is as big as it is, but Franklin is comfortably up here, Tony.
Right, and that's just because the Brevard Blue Devils, they're playing very hard, and so at any point in time, it looks like this lead can evaporate, and that's actually good for them because they know that they're playing for second place right now.
Full court press now for Coach Jonathan Owen and his Blue Devils. Franklin gets it up to Todd Chastain, and he slams it home. (61-44).
I don't know if I count that one. He kind of put it in and then pulled the rim down.
McCracken. He drove in and lifted a shot. He got fouled. That's going to send Carter McCracken to the line. 2:43 remains fourth quarter.
I'll make sure I'll tell him after the game that didn't count. That didn't count as a dunk.
61-45. McCracken. Shot up and good. 61-46 now, your new score. Jay Bick over to Tyler Harrell's check back in. Harrell gets bumped from behind as he was receiving the pass from Todd Chastain. The last dunk that Ty had became a viral sensation on Franklin Panther Sports Network Facebook page.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 2,200 views. We clipped that, put it online. The dunk. I don't know if that one was going to qualify.
No. We were right at the angle of the rim, so we saw it like kind of rim come down. And
first shot is up and good by Tyler Harrell. That's the 17th foul on Brevard. And Caden Norris going to pick up his third.
And I tell you what, this Panther team, they're unique. They have a different person kind of step up every game. Like Tyler stepped up the last game. And then,
second shot no good. Offensive rebound on Bailey Watts. So Franklin resets.
Yes, and the rest of them like someone different stepped. Ty Chastain and John Tassner stepped up this game. So it's a total team.
Vic over to Bailey Watts, raining more clock. 2:15 to go third quarter. Now we've got a whistle and a foul up top. That was going to go against McCracken. I think that's his fourth or fifth. Walking towards the bench. This is fourth, they'll say. McCracken will stay out there. Foul shots for Jay Bick. First one's in the air and good. It was 1-1. One more.
Right now, all seniors on the court to finish this one out.
It's up and good. 2:12 remaining. 64-46, Franklin with a commanding lead. We've got a whistle and a foul coming up as the pass went underneath. Fifth on Franklin, no shots here. Foul on Jay Bick, it's his fourth. Owen gets it in to Aiden Green. Green is going to be fouled as he was attempting a shot. No, well, they'll say he was on the floor, evidently. So Chastain will pick it up. Team sixth. Subs coming in. Looks like Coleman Saunders takes a seat as Doolittle checks back into the game. Owen to get it in, does to Green, deep in the corner. Now up top, Norris. Norris guarded by Bailey Watts, picks up his dribble, lifts a high pass over to Owen. Now underneath it goes to Green, that was knocked away and saved out of bounds into the backcourt. That's going to be a backcourt violation. Brevard saved it out of bounds and didn't touch anybody. So Franklin triggers side court. Minute 51 to go, and Franklin is cruising here in this one. Up 64-46, and got to pick up their 14th victory here in 2018-2019. Go to 4-3 in the conference. Jay Bick over to Doolittle. Doolittle swings a pass to Tyler Harrell. Harrell into the corner. Bick. Bick to Doolittle. Now he is going to be fouled. Owen's going to pick it up. And that's going to send Cole Doolittle to the line to shoot. 1-1, just the 19 fouls. So the next one, double bonus. Checking into the game. Looks like Aiden Green in there for Couch, who takes a seat. And looks like Coach Doug Clemens going to empty his bench.
Yes.
After this. Well, he's going to bring them all in. Not even a free throw attempted here.
Yeah, on the 1-1 they usually do.
True. Yeah, it's 1-1. Yeah. Miles McClure back into the game. Soroka is in there along with Isaiah Johns and Tyler Harrison on the floor. As the first shot is up and good. Doolittle will get one more. Got Jackson Witt checking in for the Blue Devils.
I tell you what, that's like the victory formation in football when you sub all of them in, and as a coach you feel good, and and hopefully now the stars can cheer for the other guys.
Second shot up and good. Now Doolittle takes a seat as Trey Woodard checks in. Minute 38 left. 66-46, 20-point lead for the Franklin Panthers. And we got a whistle and a foul. No, Coach Clemens didn't want that to happen.
No.
Trey Woodard going to pick it up. 17 fouls, so 1-1 for the Blue Devils. Carter McCracken. Fans back at home on Tuesday night. Right here at the Panther Den. It is senior night. Franklin hosts the East Henderson Eagles. First shot up and good. McCracken will get one more. Sean and Dustin will have the radio-only call on 104.9, 1050 WFSC. And we'll be on YouTube Live and Facebook Live, Tony.
Yes.
And I believe if all goes well, you never know, with the internets, we'll have these senior night festivities online as well. And the second shot is missed on the rebound. Whistle and a foul on Brevard.
And I can tell you right now, having it and being able to see it like that, you know, at years later, because mine when I was in high school was actually they used to film ours. It was a closed circuit for the town where I lived, and ours was there, and I was able to. I actually still have it on tape, and that's one of those things that you kind of watch and you know look at all the festivities. And
McClure at the line, first shot no good. One more. 10th team foul, double bonus. The rest of the way with a minute 30 left here in the fourth. McClure's second shot, nothing but net. 67-47, 10-point lead. McCracken swings a pass over in the corner. Back it goes McCracken. Nifty shot wouldn't fall. McClure with a rebound. McClure over to Harrison, to Isaiah Johns to Harrison. Harrison picks up his dribble, dishes over to McClure. Now McClure going to find a cutting Harrison. Harrison finds an open Soroka, and Soroka's baseline jumper would not fall. Under 60 seconds left. In the corner, Jacob Miner for three, no good. Long rebound, saved out of bounds into the hands of Witt. Witt in the paint underneath. Miner shot off the glass, good. 40 seconds left. 67-49, 18-point lead for Franklin. Tyler Harrison picks up his dribble, finds Johns up high. Side to side, down the center jump circle. It's Harrison back to Johns. 25 seconds left here in the fourth. Isaiah Johns, side to side, then he gets fouled with the dribble. So 2 shots coming up for Isaiah Johns.
And the Brevard Blue Devils are playing hard all the way to the end.
Absolutely.
Just like as they should.
Isaiah, after some words from Coach Flemings, is going to go to the free throw line. Shoot 2 shots. Foul was on Jackson Witt. It's his first. And the first shot by Isaiah Johns is up and good. Take it one more. The second shot, no good. Rebound. Off to the races. Brevard. McCracken counted and one. 10 seconds left. More free throw shots. Seen a lot here in the last 2 minutes.
Yes.
In a 20-18, 20-point game.
Yes.
For both teams. Carter McCracken at the line. And he misses it. McClure with the rebound to Johns. That's pretty much going to do it.
Yes.
5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. That'll do it. Franklin wins this one 68-51 and extends their record to 14-6 overall, and now over 500 in the conference. All right, we'll take a break. We will come back and wrap things up. We will name a player of the game after we get some stats from Tony. So hang with us across the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
WNC Sports Zone is your official headquarters for everything Franklin Panthers. From pullovers to shirts and hats, you'll find it all at Sports Zone. From college to the pros, they've got a large selection of hoodies and sweatshirts at Sports Zone. And they can handle all of your screen printing, engraving, and embroidery. The WNC Sports Zone, located in the Franklin Plaza Shopping Center. Open 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
Final tonight, Franklin wins in the boys varsity 68-51. Cruise their mark to 14-6 overall. A good bounce back performance after getting a loss on the road Wednesday night in 48 hours, 2 games in 48 hours.
Yes.
Had a loss and a win, and you're still in the mix to host a first round tournament playoff game on February 15th.
Yes, and that's and how they played today, it was great. They executed everything they needed to do. They played hard. Guys contributed off the bench that we didn't even know that they can come in there and do that, with Coleman Saunders coming in and contributing that first half and holding the fort down in that first half. So the starters came in that second half and finished the game.
All right, Tony, you've got some post-game stats, and then we'll name a backlot sentiment player of the game.
Okay. Tyler Harrell, 3 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. Coleman Saunders, 5 points. As we mentioned, off the bench, 5 points, 1 rebound. Cole Doolittle, 8 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. John Tassinger, 2 steals, 1 block, 13 points. Bailey Watts, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Jay Bick, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. And Ty Chastain, 13 points. He actually had 2 in the first half, so he ended up with 11 in that second half. 7 rebounds, 2 blocks against Aiden Green, which Aiden Green had him by about 5 or 6 inches.
Yeah.
So Ty Chastain, he played a great game tonight.
All right, it's time for tonight's player of the game. What do you think?
Definitely Ty Chastain. He got into foul trouble in that first half, and he only played in that first quarter. He only played maybe about 6 or 7 minutes. And after that, he came on in that second half, and he was the catalyst to extend that lead to 20 points at one time.
So congratulations to Todd Chastain, tonight's player of the game. All right, that's going to wrap things up on our megacast tonight. A lot of folks to thank, as this was a big effort.
Yes.
We had some roaming cameras, some roaming cameramen. One is right next to us right now. Clinton Taylor, along with Josh Chastain, were running the cameras tonight, and Byron McClure behind us was running cameras. Ben Walker, our executive producer, he is switching here on site. On the radio side, our executive producer, John Dunham, did a great job back on controls. Our next broadcast, as we've mentioned a couple of times, is on Tuesday night, senior night here at the Panther Den. We want you to join us here either on the radio or on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. For George Young,
I'm Tony Christie.
so long, everybody.